The Harwich Mariners are on the air, and we welcome you into the first of two games today. And we're starting all the way on the border of the bridge here at Doran Park in Bourne, the fourth and final meeting of the summer against the Bourne Braves. Alongside Milo Hoffman, I'm Luke Brenneman. Thrilled to have you could say, on the morning radio if you wake up as late as I do, but nonetheless, game 38 of the Cape League summer. It's going to be a long day of baseball today, Milo, but a lot is going on.
Yeah, a whole lot going on here in the Cape, and playoff implications out the wazoo, but right now, the Mariners just have to deal with this first game, hold the third spot in the Eastern Division. Bourne on the other side, this is a huge game for them because if they win, they retake the top spot in the Western Division. Right now, after Hyannis swept their doubleheader yesterday against Bourne and Harwich, they're the #1 seed.
So much going on elsewhere. Bottom of the West, Wareham and Katuitt fighting for playoff position. But Mariner fans, if you're just concerned about the M's, here's what you got to know. If Harwich can win one of these final three games, they will stay in the 3 seed in the East Division. Tonight could be a really interesting matchup on the road in Chatham if Harwich cannot beat the struggling Bourne Braves. Bourne's lost 5 in a row. The Mariners have only won 2 of their last 10. Which of these two clubs can rise up this morning? An early start coming off a doubleheader yesterday for Bourne, a late one on the road in Hyannis for the Mariners. This is when you find out who the ball players really are. We'll be right back for first pitch and starting lineups on the Mariners Radio Network. It's summertime on Cape Cod, and when you get ice cream, you're crazy if you're not going for the double dip. And that's what the Mariners have today, a doubleheader. We're here on the road at Doran Park in Bourne for the final meeting of the summer between the Braves and the Mariners. Let's turn and take a look at the Harwich Mariners starting lineup tonight. Game 38 of the summer. Harwich comes in 19-18 for record, the 3 seed in the East Division playoffs as of right now. Leading off playing left, Nico Brini. Batting second in center, Micah Kirikoff. Hitting third off a 2-hit night in Hyannis last night, Ty Smolinski, the DH, this afternoon. Batting fourth will be Kurland at shortstop. Batting fifth, Sean O'Leary, the first baseman. Playing third and hitting sixth is J.P. Peltier. Batting seventh, the catcher Sean James. Hitting eighth, making his Mariner debut at a Northeastern, Charlie Criscola. He's at second base. And Colin Larson all the way down to the 9-hole this afternoon. He's in right field. Defensively, the Mariners will have a date early today with the right-hander out of Oregon State, Noah Scott. Scott climbs the hill a towering 6'4", 240 pounds, making his third appearance on Cape Cod.
Yeah, Noah Scott is a towering guy on the hill, like you just said, but his ERA so far this summer is up there, the 5.24. Fifth game started, that's the most on this Braves team. So they're going to someone with experience today. And if you tuned into our social media video, Tried and Talk, you heard that we were talking about needing length in double headers, and that's exactly what both of these squads are looking for today. Noah Scott for the Braves and Tommy Mitchell for Harwich.
Let's dive into this lineup a little bit more. About 90 seconds before first pitch, Brini, the consistent leadoff man, it looks to be the rest of the way. Kirikoff hit second last night for just the third time all summer. We've normally seen him at number 9, but Larson, who typically hits second, is now down to 9. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, Larson actually left the last time he played against Whitey, got plunked by a pitch in the leg, and so he was out, then got the day off yesterday against Hyannis. Now back in the lineup, I think he's working as sort of that double leadoff man, the number 9 guy, to set the table from the bottom of the lineup.
All right, here we go. Top of the first. Maybe a couple dozen people here at Doran Park in Bourne. Not a healthy crowd, but it's a 12:30 first pitch, 84 degrees, sunny skies. It's a steamy Saturday afternoon on Cape Cod. Game 38 of the summer, Bourne v. Harwich. Brini digs in, the leadoff man for the Mariners, to the left side, taps the plate a few times, and now he's ready to go. Noah Scott, the 6'4" right-hander, toes the slab from the first base side of the rubber, looks in, kicks and fires. First pitch fastball called a strike at the knees. It's 0-1 to Brini. 12:35, a little bit late start for a scheduled 12:30 first pitch, but we're playing baseball just 7 innings this afternoon between Bourne and Harwich. 0-1 the count on the Mariners left fielder Brini. Third baseman Osterhaus playing in. Here comes the 0-1. Cut on and ripped foul down the left field line. Quickly 0-2 on Nico Brini. Noah Scott, the starter this afternoon for the Bravos, features a sinker and a slider. Typically, sinker-slider guys only rely on those two, but he will throw a changeup 20% of the time. It's a good one. Scott having some issues with his pitch comm system. Looks to be okay now, but the pitch clock's at 2 seconds. And that should be a time violation, and it is. So a ball and 2 strikes now on Brini.
It's early for everyone here.
Home plate umpire today, Dan Fitzpatrick, Ryan DeMare at first, and Tom Martin, the left side umpire. Ball and 2 strikes on Brini. You can hear everything. That's Scott Landers, the Bourne skipper. 2-strike pitch, swing, and a foul tip. But no, Brini didn't tip it. It goes to the backstop, dropped 3rd strike. He is safe. The throw down from the catcher Papetti squirted out of Milano's mitt at first base. And a punch out to start for Scott, but a leadoff base runner for the M's.
What an interesting start to this ball game. Nico Brini had no clue that ball was not caught by Papetti, the catcher. And so it took him about 3 seconds to realize he was trickling up the first baseline. And then Brini puts his head down and runs about as fast as he can over to first.
It's one of those plays where it looked like he just caught a piece and the catcher Papetti couldn't catch it, but that wasn't the case. Papetti just dropped it. Leadoff man on. Micah Kirikoff now the hitter, right on right. First pitch in the dirt, a good block by Papetti behind the plate. Ball 1. It was a wire-to-wire loss last night for the Mariners on the road in Hyannis. Harwich fell 8-2. Hyannis scored runs in 4 different innings. Mariners looking to strike first tonight. Scott comes home with a 1-0. That's down and away. Sinker ball, 2-0.
This is a good game if you want to come and hear the sounds of baseball. You know, you got the pop of the glove because there's not too much chatter from the fans, the crackle of the bat.
Kirikoff ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That's called a strike right at the bottom of the zone. Kirikoff confirms that with Dan Fitzpatrick, the ump. Kirikoff shakes his head. He agrees. 2-1. Scott really taking his time out there, still looking at his watch. That's where the pitches are relayed to from the dugout. Breeny, a steal threat off of first. The 2-1. Cut on, ripped up the middle. A base hit for Kirikoff. The M's have him on first and second with nobody out in the opening inning. And here comes the slugger, Ty Smolinski.
Yeah, good piece of hitting from Kirikoff. Barreled that up the middle. On-time swing. He's looked a whole lot better as of late.
Milo, we've been talking about it. When is the switch going to flip? This is an M's ball club that's been over 500 all summer long. Featured a 5-game winning streak, most recently a 6-game losing streak. Just 2 wins in their last 10 games. It's time to go for Harwich right now. First and second, nobody out. Smolinski, first pitch swinging, a line drive into right field. A base hit for Smolinski. Breeny held up at third base, and the Mariners have them loaded with nobody out in the top of the first.
Sometimes all it takes is a drop third strike that you reach on to start the ball game for Nico Breeny. And now you're looking at bases loaded, nobody out. You got to scratch a couple across here.
Cade Curlin hitting cleanup tonight, playing shortstop. A big chance here to get the scoring started. Do some serious damage in the top of the first. Bases loaded, nobody out. First pitch to Curlin. Cut on, rip, down the left field line. A long run for Farrell. He can't get it. It dunks in for a base hit. Breeny scores. Kirikoff right on his back. It's a 2 RBI double for Curlin, and the M's are up 2-0. There's not an out in the top of the first inning. Smolinski goes first to third on the double, and man, this is an ideal start for an early first pitch today.
Yeah, talk about a hot start. That's came to play here even in the early start time. Curlin, good to see him turn on a pitch down the left field line. It was a looping ball, but the left fielder Farrell was playing towards the left center field gap. So he had to run a whole lot, and it could not get there.
It's Sean O'Leary's turn. The pitcher, Noah Scott, is going to tie his shoe. Maybe he should have done that before first pitch. He's in a 2-0 hole. Second and third, nobody out. And Sean O'Leary, who's been a slugger in the RBI department, steps into the left side batter's box. First pitch coming. Outside, ball 1. This inning started on a drop third strike. Breeny struck out, reached on the drop third to first, then a single from Kirikoff, a single from Smolinski, and the 2 RBI double for Cade Curlin. 1-0. Just a little bit away. Another sinker from Scott. 2-0. First base is open. Still nobody out. 2-0 Harwich. Second and third. Peltier's up next. O'Leary now up to 13 runs batted in on the summer. A .250 hitter. The 2-0. Cut on, ripped off of the pitcher Scott. It goes into foul ground. Smolinski scores, and it's a base hit for O'Leary. That ball was blasted directly off the left leg of Scott, and he's limping back up the hill with the skipper Landers coming out.
I mean, this is a disaster of a start for Scott and the entire Braves team. That was hit on the screws right back up the middle, and now Landers and the entire medical staff of Bourne is out and checking on their pitcher.
This might take a little bit. We're going to step aside on the radio. Scott is now sitting down, as in grimacing, taking big, deep breaths, and the trainer is looking at his right lower leg, maybe ankle area. You never want to see this. That's now 4 consecutive Mariner first inning hits. It's 3-0. Harwich has runners on the corners with nobody out. and a J.P. Peltier at-bat coming up. But there's probably going to be a pitching change in this ball game. We'll be right back on the Mariners Radio Network. Well, if you ever had any doubts about Noah Scott being a ball player, today should solidify that this guy has the heart of a lion. He just took a 100-mile-an-hour line drive off the bat of Sean O'Leary to the right leg, and it looked to be the ankle. He laid down on the ground, grimacing in pain, the athletic trainer out. And our questions over here was, how much worse is this going to get? But Scott is climbing the hill to continue to pitch in this first inning. Set the stage here, 3-0 Harwich, 4 consecutive hits. Runners on first and third with nobody out. Right-on-right matchup with J.P. Peltier, the hitter. Scott working from the stretch. First pitch to Peltier, swinging a bouncing ball off the left leg of Peltier for strike one.
Yeah, Scott's like, how'd that feel, huh?
I mean, every hit this inning. Kirikoff is single, Smolinski is single, Kurland a 2 RBI double, O'Leary just the ribby single. All of them have been blasted.
Yeah.
Funny enough, the extra base hit from Kurland was maybe the softest hit ball.
That was a little looper down the left field line.
0-1 the count on Peltier. First and third, nobody out. Here's the pitch. That's down low. Slider missed. Ball and a strike.
You can see Scott sort of favoring his left foot right now. It was his right foot that was hit, and I think, luckily, that's for the better instead of being the left and plant foot for him.
Bring up a good point. The 1-1 coming. Peltier bouncing ball up the middle. Wait at short. Touches the bag. Throws to first in time. A double play. Scoring from third is Kurland. It's now 4-0 Harwich. But the first 2 outs of the game for Bourne defensively come on just one pitch. That's a 6-3 double play. Wait to Milano.
That's exactly what they wanted. Scott bounced back, induced an easy ground ball. That was tailor-made. And Wait, took it all himself.
Now a 4-run first inning for Harwich. Sean James, the catcher, digs in as the 7th Mariner to hit in this inning. 2 outs with nobody on. First pitch to James. A sinker ball taken down and in. Ball 1. James was off last night. Braden Jacksa, the Mariners catcher, had a really nice night offensively. Was 2 for 3 with a double. He gets a rest. Jacksa will most likely go tonight. The Mariners also have Tucker Stockman on the bench. 1-0 to James. Swing and a bouncing ball foul behind home plate. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Scott getting injured definitely tones down the inning a little bit, and you're most worried about him and his health. But now that he's back out there and looks to be okay, how about this first inning for Harwich?
Yeah.
4 hits, now 4 runs. They've jumped all over the Bourne Braves. 1-1 coming. Swing and a miss. That's a really good slider. Strike 2 on James.
And I think Scott being out there right now and staying out there is almost a revamp for the Braves in a way.
No doubt.
This guy is staying out here. He's pushing. We need to back him up and put up some runs now.
Doubleheader yesterday as well for Bourne, the 1-2. Just a foul tip from James. Reached out. Caught a piece of the slider running away. And yeah, this dugout is all on the top step. We know Scott Landers, he likes to win. He barks from the dugout. He gets into it with just about every umpire every night. And he knows what he's doing. He's been here for 4 years in the Cape League, made the championship every single year. 1-2 pitch to James, inside, 2-2. Landers has won the chip 3 of 4 years. I mean, it's
a dynasty right now.
Make the argument that's on pace to maybe be the greatest ever when you look at his age, still a young guy. Almost feels like a big league skipper in there, the way he holds his presence. 2-2. Called, strike 3. Got him on the inside corner. A slider that started in, worked its way back to the zone in the right-on-right matchup with James. And the second punch-out of the inning ends things for Noah Scott. But the Mariners score 4 on 4 hits, no errors from Bourne defensively, and the Mariners do not leave a single M on the bases. It's 4-0. We'll be back for the Braves starting lineup after this message.
Without the express written intent of the Cape Cod Baseball.
Bottom of the first, and it was a long top of the first for the Harwich Mariner offense. We're on the road here in Bourne, and the M's put up a 4 spot in the opening inning. 4-0 to count. Let's Let's take a look at the Bourne Braves starting lineup today. 18, 16, and 3 for record. Doubleheader today, and then the finale tomorrow to end the regular season. Leading off, playing third out of Alabama, Justin Osterhaus. Batting second, playing second out of Vanderbilt is Rustin Rigdon. Hitting third, the shortstop out of Vanderbilt, Riker Waite. 4, 5, and 6 sounds like this. Berkeley Mabius, the catcher out of Oregon. Luke Costello playing right field out of USC. Gabriel Moreno from UMiami is on first base. The seventh hitter is Max Farrell, making his Bourne debut in left field out of San Diego State. Batting eighth, Matt Bolton, the Binghamton center fielder. And rounding out the Braves lineup today is Cam Papetti, the catcher. Correction, the cleanup hitter, Berkeley Mabius, is the designated hitter this afternoon.
Now the Braves really have to bounce back right now. Down in a hole, 4 runs, have lost 4 in a row. It seems like everything's going wrong right now for Bourne, but after your pitcher, Noah Scott, stays on after getting plunked by a pitch, or by a batted ball right back to him in the right foot, the offense has no choice but to sort of wake up, and it's up to Tommy Mitchell to slow them down.
Mariners give the ball to the lefty, Tommy Mitchell. 6'4", 200 pounds, rising senior at Elon. Mitchell making his 6th appearance in the Cape League, has not started a game until now. 7 innings of action, has just given up 2 earned runs, with 7 punch-outs in those 7 innings. First pitch to Osterhaus. Ball 1. Justin Osterhaus, the third baseman out of Alabama. Last time we saw Mitchell, he came in with 2 outs and runners on the corner in Chatham, spiked a wild pitch, and the Mariners lost the game in walk-off fashion. 1-0 to Osterhaus, popped up and foul just over the netting. Just scraped over it. No Mariner was in the area, so a ball and a strike now on Osterhaus.
Yeah, lefty Mitchell, this is a favorable matchup for him against the lefty Osterhaus in the box. Kind of a 3/4 arm angle for Mitchell.
1-1 pitch. Taken inside. Fastball barely missed. That's a tough fastball to land in this left-on-left matchup.
I feel more comfortable grabbing people and bringing them in.
2-1. Breaking ball, called a strike on the outside edge. Evens the count in the Osterhaus AB, 2-2. This is a Bourne team that's really struggling right now. They just lost the 1 seed for the first time in a month of the West Division. They've lost 4 consecutive games. 2-2, swing and a line drive to short. Caught on 1 bounce by Curlin. The throw is in time. A nice play from the Mariners' everyday second baseman, bumped over to short this afternoon for the first out of the Braves' first.
Nice job right there by Curlin to gobble that one. Couple weird hops off the dirt, but he got it done.
1 out, nobody on for the middle infielder out of Vanderbilt, Rustin Rigdon. Rigdon steps into the right side. Mitchell comes home, first pitch breaking ball, just a little bit inside, ball 1. Rigdon, a .264 hitter, knocked in 17 on the summer, still looking for that first long ball. 1-0 pitch, cut on and missed, 1-1 now. Rigdon taps the plate a few times, pumps his bat at Tommy Mitchell on the hill. And he's set for the 1-1. Mitchell rocks back and comes home. Cut on, bouncing ball up the middle. Chris Cola at second. The throw to first in time. 2 up, 2 down for Mitchell and the Mariners. The first action of the summer defensively for the Mariner making his debut this afternoon, Charlie Chris Cola. Handled a high chopper nicely with the speed of Rigdon coming down the line.
An excellent start here for Mitchell. This is what he does. He induces soft contact. A couple of ground outs to either middle infielder.
2 outs, nobody on. Riker Waite, the hitter, batting third today for the Bravos. First pitch breaking ball clips the inner edge for a called strike 1. It's a gorgeous day today, but considering there's 9 more innings of baseball at 7 o'clock tonight in Chatham, Mariners are going to be pretty sweaty. A steamer here. The 0-1 is punched down the right field line, foul for strike 2.
Yeah, you didn't necessarily expect it to be this hot after the rain these past couple of days. But
What feels like forever that we've seen a true beach day on Cape
Yeah.
Cod. And the traffic to Bourne was not the traffic I was expecting. I thought people were going to be coming towards Harwich, getting onto the Cape for, the weekend and maybe a beach day. Came up here around 9:30, 10 a.m. 0-2 pitch, just a little bit away. Slider couldn't catch the back door. 1-2 now on Waite.
you had quite the journey here, right? You got stuck in some traffic.
A lot of traffic. Got one of the worst sausage, egg, and cheese bagels that I've ever had in my life. Not sitting too well in this 90-degree heat.
Oh, no.
2-strike pitch on its way. Just a little bit low. Mitchell's got good stuff in this first inning. Back-to-back sliders have missed by a matter of inches. Riker Waite just has such a good eye in that righty box. Mitchell, the 2-2. That's down and in. Another borderline take, but the call goes Waite's direction. And from 0-2 to 3-2, shortstop out of Vanderbilt is drawing a long at-bat here. Mitchell trying to retire the side in order. Payoff pitch, swing and a foul ball off the netting over the M's dugout.
Yeah, he's battling up there right now, but Mitchell's looked pretty smooth, and it seemed like on two pitches ago, that one that just missed downstairs, Dan Fitzpatrick, home plate umpire, was close to ringing him up.
3-2 pitch. Inside with the fastball, ball 4. That is a fantastic at-bat for Riker Waite. He's aboard with 2 outs. First walk of the game. Well, that's presented to you by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free. Every program, no tuition or fees for those that qualify. capecod.edu/free for more. Harwich up 4-0. It's just the bottom of the first in Bourne. Berkeley Mabius, the catcher, digs in. First pitch to him. Breaking ball, called a strike at the knees. Counts 0-1. Waite, speed threat off of first right now. Left on right matchup with Mabius. Here comes the 0-1. Inside, evens the count, ball and a strike. Mabius DHing today as the everyday catcher for Bourne. The Mariners' everyday catcher is also out of Oregon, Braden Jacksa. Both of these guys competing for playing time, not just at Oregon, but with their performances out here on Cape Cod. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. That slide piece completely bit inside on Mabius. He couldn't connect, and the count goes to 1-2. 1 on with 2 outs. The M's up 4-0. Waite has not tried to go from first. The 1-2 inside and low squirts away from the catcher James, and Waite scurries up to second base. Counts now 2-2 on Mabius. Mabius steps out. Braves a chance here with 2 outs and now a man in scoring position. Waite has speed, so a hit to the outfield. Could scratch one across. Mitchell's looked good in this first inning. 2-2 pitch, swing and a foul off the end of the bat from the hitter Mabius. He's staying alive. There's our crowd microphone. Went MIA on us a little bit, and I was wondering where it was. There's just not too big of a crowd here. You could count just by, not on your fingers, but maybe in your head if you're good at arithmetic. 2-2. Got him looking. Strike 3. A slider from Mitchell. His first punch out. Ends the bottom of the first. Bourne strands Waite at second base after a 2-out walk. No hits, no runs, no errors. And the Mariners win the first inning. 4-0 the score. We'll be back for the second on the Mariners Radio Network. Quite the daunting Saturday for the Harwich Mariners. A doubleheader on separate ends of Cape Cod. And the M's have started it in electric fashion. A 4-0 lead after the first inning here in Bourne, top of the second. And Harwich has 8, 9, and 1 coming up. Starting pitcher in the first inning for Bourne, Noah Scott, got injured on a line drive off the bat of Sean O'Leary off of his right ankle. He stayed in the game after the injury, and he climbs the hill again for the second. Mariners second baseman today, Charlie Criscola, steps in, his first career at-bat in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Criscola, a rising sophomore at Northeastern. Left-handed hitter, first pitch. Called a strike right on the inside corner. 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Scott. 0-1. Criscola played a ton at Northeastern his freshman year. 39 starts, played in 41 games. 0-1 pitch. Outside. Ball and a strike. This was an addition that the M's picked up as Nate Castellón left the roster about 5 days ago.
Wearing his jersey number 12.
Hopefully he can wear it the same way. Castellón, the best batting average on the Mariners team when he left. The 1-1, taken down low. That was a really good slider, but a better take from Criscola. He's ahead 2-1. Charlie stands at 5'11", just 180 pounds, out of Uxbridge, Massachusetts. Local kid, plays ball at Northeastern. Now he's on Cape Cod. 2-1, punched foul, and the count's even. Criscola at school hit .262, 37 hits, 8 doubles, 2 triples, 30 runs batted in. And he's a big stolen base threat. 23 stolen bases on just 27 attempts. That's serious. 2-2 pitch, down in the dirt. Count goes full to Criscola.
And Criscola, teammate of Ryan Garrity, who was with the Mariners earlier in the season and last year.
Now he's a San Diego Padre, or at least in their complex league right now in Arizona. Undrafted free agent signing. Payoff pitch, swing and a foul back into the netting. Really good at-bat here from Criscola.
Dare I say that Garrity and Criscola kind of remind me of each other just a little bit. Shorter frames, 2 lefties.
Can both run, obviously.
Yeah.
Garrity was an outfielder, Criscola a middle infielder. This next pitch will be number 7 of the AB. The payoff pitch, check swing, but the pitch got him looking anyway. Third punch out of the start for Scott. Criscola goes down looking in his first AB of the summer.
Larson.
One out for Colin Larson.
Criscola lost the battle there on a pitch outside. It was borderline, but credit to Scott, bouncing back now, back-to-back strikeouts.
Colin Larson digs in, left-handed hitter playing right field tonight. Scott comes home. First pitch, ripped, a line drive into center field. It takes Bolton back all the way to the track. This ball's down up against the wall. Larson wiped out rounding first base. Now he's running into second, and there's nobody covering. So a stand-up double for Larson. He smiles, looks at the bench, and he's going to laugh it off with a little extra dirt on his right hip.
Oh, my.
A one-out double for Larson.
That was a pure wipeout. I mean, he just fell trying to round first base. And if the Braves noticed and someone covered second, they might have held him to just a single.
Mariners fans holding their breath a little extra, hearing that he wiped out because he was hit by a pitch in that right quad thigh area before getting pulled from the game 2 games ago for the Mariners, but looks to be okay. Standing in scoring position with 1 out, and Nico Brini is the hitter. First pitch to Brini. Ball in the dirt. 1-0.
That's a welcome sight for Mariner fans. Just a driller of a ball to center field, and Bolton took the bad jump. He came in originally and then had to back up on the play. So maybe he catches that with a good read.
395 to clear the center field wall. Here's the 1-0. Brini takes a fastball. That's too tall. 2-0. Brini got the scoring started as the first run of today's ball game. He struck out and reached base on a drop third strike. back in the first inning. 4-0 Harwich. Runner at second with one out, top two. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and hammered down the right field line. Foul. Brainy hit that ball into the woods down the right field line, but he was a little bit out in front of the fastball.
Scorched. Brainy trying to keep that one fair next time. Readjust his batting gloves.
Nico was 1 for 4, scored a run off of an 8th inning single in the loss last night against Hyannis. Larson a big lead. They check on him. He dives back safely. Harwich 5 hits already. The Mariners have only committed 4 outs in this game offensively. Not a bad ratio. 2-1 pitch. Brainy swings and misses. Fastball away. Nico was late. 2-2 the count. If Harwich can add on here, it really starts feeling like one of these games that could be an early rout. If not, you give Bourne and Noah Scott, the starter, definitely some life. Just a 7-inning game, remember that. We'll play 9 innings tonight in Chatham. 2-2. Cut on, bouncing ball, second base side. Rigdon comes up, scoops, and fires to first in time. That's the second out of the inning. Larson goes from second to third. Kirikov coming up to hit.
And Brady just sort of lunged out at that one and just tapped it over to second base. But Noah Scott has bounced back here fairly well after getting plunked by that pitch in the first inning. And it looked as though, and everyone here believed he would be out of this game by now.
Right on right with Kirikov. Micah singled and scored his first time up. Got the rally going. First pitch. Taken for a strike right on the outer edge. And Milo, you might be speaking this into existence. Scott has looked revived since coming back on the hill. Sure, he gave up the hard hit double to Larson, but his pitches have been right there on the corners. 0-1. Swing and a pop-up in the infield. First baseman is called off by Rigdon at second for the third and final out of the inning. 1 hit for Harwich. The Mariners can't cash in on a 1-out Colin Larson double. The Mariners strand 1, no errors, and it's 4-0 through an inning and a half at Doran Park in Bourne. We'll be right back on the Mariners Radio Network. Welcome back. We're back to give some love to the sponsors of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Start of the second is brought to you by Milton Cat, proud to power the Cape all summer long.
And Eastern Propane and Oil is proud to recognize our hometown heroes throughout the Cape. If you are active duty military, a veteran, police, fire, or EMT personnel, you are eligible for a discount.
Netting Pros and Stadionic is the official netting and facility solutions partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. When it comes to netting and building iconic sports facilities, it's Netting Pros, Stadionic, making sports facilities iconic. We'll check in with scores across the Cape a little bit later into this one. This is the first game of the day. There's so much going on where, although we're here with the Mariners, and that's really all that matters in Harwich's eyes, it's exciting to keep tabs on seedings getting shifted around. Bourne lost the 1 seed in the West Division yesterday. Hyannis now has it and has won 5 in a row.
Yeah, this is the only game, like you just said. Falmouth Hyannis did just get underway. No score bottom of the first. But there are 5 more games after these 2 that are already in action set to take place today as well.
5, 6, and 7 due up for the Braves. Luke Costello digs in the right side. Tommy Mitchell, first pitch, a breaking ball up high. 1-0. Costello, one of the best hitters on this Bourne team, was a tandem of a duo with his brother Andrew Costello, who has since left the team. The 1-0, slider called a strike, about knee high, evens the count. But Luke, not too bad on his own either. Costello has 23 runs batted in. The 1-1 is ripped back into the netting foul, and Mitchell ahead of ball and 2 strikes. Costello, a .241 hitter, 10 doubles, leads the team. His brother Andrew, who left the team, had 4 homers, 19 runs batted in, hit a whopping .361 with 7 doubles. 2-strike pitch, outside, 2-2.
Yeah, Luke Costello still looking for that first home run. Kind of like a monkey on his back right now.
We know he has the power. 10 doubles. You can see it in his frame. 6'1", 230 pounds. 2-2 pitch coming from Mitchell. Swing and a foul. Back into the backstop. It ricochets all the way back into foul or fair territory in the infield. Ball boy's got it. 2-2.
Rare territory there for the ball boy.
Milano up next. Farrell after him. 2 of the newer Bourne Braves. A lot of changes this time of year on Cape Cod. 2-2. Swing and a line drive into right field. It takes Larson back. He's still going back, and he makes the head-high catch on the run. First out of the home half of inning number 2.
The first baseman from
It's tough to
Miami,
hit home runs
number
here
6,
at Doran Park.
Gabriel
It's
Milano.
330 down the left field line and right field line. But dead center, 395. 395. I mean, that is deep. For comparison, yesterday over at Hyannis, their center field is less than 370 feet.
Gabe Milano digs in. First pitch swinging, foul ball, strike 1. Milano, the first baseman today for Bourne out of the University of Miami. Left-on-left matchup here with Mitchell, the Mariners starter. 0-1. Swing and a bouncing ball, foul. Tommy Mitchell continues to throw a first pitch strike, and he's countering it up pretty good. Ahead 0-2.
That curveball's been working for him early today. Off-speed galore from Tommy Mitchell.
See what he goes to. Ahead 0-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball, bouncing ball right side of the infield, scooped up by Chris Cola, fires to first in time, 2 up, 2 down. Not bad, Tommy Mitchell, just 1 strikeout, but no hits thus far and out away from a 1-2-3 second inning.
Really nicely done, inducing soft contact. It could have been a broken bat there, it maybe sounded like.
Jackson Peavy, after getting beat up last night, 3 hits and 3 runs in less than an inning out of the Mariner bullpen, left the game with an injury. He is no longer a Harwich Mariner in the summer of 2026. Peavy was the M's lefty starter, and Mitchell may be stepping in. Max Farrell, the hitter, punches 1 foul down the third base line for strike 1. Farrell playing left field out of San Diego State University, making his Bourne Brave debut today. It's got to be a little bit weird. Day games never happen on Cape Cod this early. Fields with no lights. He'll play at 4:30, 5 o'clock. 0-1 pitch. Taken inside. Slider ran in on the righty. 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on. Harwich with a 4-0 lead. Just the bottom of the second here in Bourne. Gorgeous day. 1-1. Swing and a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. A good piece of hitting for Farrell. And a 2-out base runner is the first hit of the afternoon for the Bravos. Farrell off of first with 2 down.
That was interesting. Pete Curlin seemed like maybe he was on line to catch that ball. Kind of raised his glove in the wrong direction of the ball. It was a hard hit, though.
Curlin's now looking at J.P. Peltier, the third baseman, laughing and smiling, readjusts his hat. Farrell off of first, Bolton the hitter, left on left. First pitch to Bolton, a swinging bunt down the first base line. That's fair. There's no play at first base. It's an infield hit. The tale of 2 at-bats. Farrell rips a single into left field. Bolton just nubs one down the first base line. And the Braves have him on first and second with 2 outs for Cam Papetti.
Yeah. That's baseball. You get a rocker of a base hit to left field. And then the little swing and bunt right there. Sean O'Leary, good job to eat that one. I think there was no play anywhere. Smart play just to keep that ball to yourself and not force a error.
Papetti digs into the right side. First trouble of the start for Tommy Mitchell. Back-to-back 2-out singles. Left on right, first pitch. Inside, ball 1. Mitchell's control has been excellent. He's pitched now 9 innings on the Cape. He's only walked 3 hitters. He's behind 1-0 to the 9-hole hitter Papetti out of Bryant. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. A good slider. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Crowd starting to pile in just a little bit. Bourne plays their night game here as well. 1-1, runner from second goes, a double steal. The throw goes to second, and Sean James got him to end the inning. The Mariner catcher went the long way to second base. He throws out Matt Bolton, Chris Cola with the tag, and Harwich gets out of the second inning. 2 hits for Bourne, 1 left on base, and nothing to show for it. Harwich with a 4-0 lead. We've played 2 at Doran Park. We'll be right back on the Mariners Radio Network.
Welcome back to Doran Park as we go to the top of the third. 4-0 Mariners over the Braves with Luke Brenneman on Milo Hoffman. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the Harwich lineup, starting with the left-handed hitting Ty Smolinski, who's DHing today. He singled back in the first and came around to score as part of the 4-run first inning for Harwich. It's still the righty Noah Scott on the hill for Bourne, the starter. After giving up those 4 runs in the first, in the second inning, he worked a scoreless frame, gave up a double to Colin Larson. He steps foot on the rubber. With his orange glove, Smolinski digs into the lefty box. Coy kicks back and comes home. First pitch is high and tight. Ty has to get out of the way. 1-0. It was an excellent first inning for Harwich. Trying to build off of that and take game number 1 of the doubleheader today. Second game against Chatham. That's a 7 p.m. start over at Veterans Field. Coy ready? Here's the 1-0. That's popped up high in the air to left field. Farrell is there. He camps under. And he makes the one-handed grab as the wind was taking that towards the gap. And there's one gone.
You can hear the wind in our crowd microphone. The wind really pushing the ball out to left center field right now. But it continues to change. Kind of just a daytime ocean breeze, crosswind. Now it's directly to center field. But Farrell was able to camp under it long enough, get a good read on it, and make the play.
Here's the righty Cade Curlin, shortstop today. Normally a second baseman for this Mariners team. He digs in. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss. A slider low and away. And the count is 0-1 on Curland. He had a 2 RBI double back in the first. Sort of a looping line drive down the left field line. But the left fielder, Farrell, couldn't get to that one. Here's the 0-1. This is outside, a fastball.
A double for Curland is his 8th of the summer. Ties the team leader, Ty Smolinski.
Curlin also hitting .232, has a pair of home runs, 10 RBIs. Here's the 1-1. Curlin hits it high in the air to right field. Costello is there, though. He moves towards the line, he camps under, and he makes the grab. So 2 quick flyouts here in the top of the third, and there's 2 away.
I'm sure a lot of people, and I would love to inquire a scout, because I'm sure even certain scouts have different opinions on it. The way Curlin plays baseball, at least here on Cape Cod, he plays like a guy who wants to be a professional, where he goes up swinging every single time. Last night was tough. Grounded into 2 double plays. Even when he gets into 3 ball counts, he's swinging the bat. He's just a true hitter.
Even those double plays, though, hard hit off the
right
pitch. Is a number foul by the lefty Sean O'Leary, 0-1.
And with that, you got to be able to live with the results, whether it's the 2 RBI double that we saw in the first inning today, or the weak fly out, but especially those double play balls, because it stings the most with runners on base.
Sean O'Leary, his first time up, had a couple runners on base. He drove one in. He drove in Curlin to single. Pitch is a curveball that barely misses down and away. So the count is 1-1 on O'Leary. 4-0 Harwich, top of the third over Bourne. The Braves also have a doubleheader today, but lucky for them, they stay at home. The Whitey Red Sox are in town. A 6:30 first pitch here at Doran Park.
That would be nice, a doubleheader with even 1 game at home.
You don't want to travel the whole course of the Cape? 1-1. Misses upstairs, 2-1.
I enjoy Chatham so much that I am looking forward to it.
Veterans Field is going to be packed tonight. Saturday night. Chatham has clinched the playoffs. Harwich just 3 points ahead of them right now. Here's the 2-1. O'Leary rips it foul down the right field line. Out in front of that one.
To dive in, what does a 3-point lead mean? If Harwich can win this game and then beat Chatham tonight, it's wraps, because that would turn into Chatham in a doubleheader today? I don't think so.
No, Chatham plays just 1. The pitch is a line drive to left center field. Bolton on the run. He camps. Oh, it's over his head and off the wall. It looked like he was slowing up, but O'Leary rounds first and cruises into second with a double. So Sean O'Leary with a laser of a double to left center field. He is 2 for 2. And the Mariners have a 2-out runner in scoring position now at the top of the third.
All right. Only a 5-hit effort last night on the road in Hyannis. 3 of the 5 hits came down 8-0 in the 9th inning. So definitely more than a pulse offensively tonight. The Mariners are finding gaps. They're bringing guys in, and a chance to add on now for Peltier.
The righty digs in with O'Leary on second. Here's the pitch. It's high and tight from the righty Noah Scott. 1-0 on Peltier. He grounded into a 6-3 double play back in the first. O'Leary takes his lead. There is the 1-0. Down and away. A nice sliding stop by Papetti, the catcher. So now it's 2-0. Wind is blowing out to left field here at Doran Park. You have the see-through fence in the outfield. A construction site to dead center. It looks like a football field is being built.
Correct.
The 2-0. Check back to second. O'Leary was leading. Throw is in time. So they get Sean O'Leary, who was dancing off of second base, and that does it here in the top of the third. Pickoff for Noah Scott and the Braves, and we head to the bottom of the third. Still 4-0 Harwich on the Mariners Radio Network.
Jersey Mike's, Margaritaville Resort. catcher, number 34.
We head to the bottom
Cam
of the third here at Doran
Petty.
Park. 4-0 Mariners over the Braves. With Luke Brenneman, I'm Milo Hoffman. It's a new pitcher on the hill for Harwich, the righty Christian Rodriguez, who stands at 6 feet, 205 pounds. He comes set at the belt and deals to the righty Cam Petty. Here's the offering. Fastball that runs high. 1-0 on Petty.
Rodriguez getting a new opportunity, not coming in the 8th or 9th inning for the first time all summer.
Normally a high leverage guy. Here's the 1-0. Fastball is fouled back to the screen. The count is 1-1. This season he's pitched 6 times and he struggled 5 innings. He's given up 11 earned runs.
Control has been the issue of the summer for Rodriguez.
Here's the 1-1. Fastball misses upstairs, and the count is 2-1. In those 5 innings, he has 10 walks, 10 strikeouts as well. He stares in to Sean James. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball upstairs, and it's 3-1.
Does feel like when you're fighting something as a pitcher that the zone just shrinks even more.
Oh yeah, and when you're feeling it as a hitter, the ball looks like a beach ball. 3-1 pitch. Misses upstairs with the fastball. And a leadoff walk after 5 pitches for Cam Petty. And Bourne has a runner on first, down 4-0 in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, Rodriguez has not pitched much this summer because of his struggles, but he also didn't really pitch at all at school. So this is a guy that Harwich is really trying to get going with a 4-0 lead in the middle innings to get some confidence. They need his fastball in the playoffs.
He deals to the lefty Osterhaus. Swing and a miss on a changeup, center cut, and it's 0-1. Last year in the Cape, Rodriguez, Cape reliever of the year, an ERA of 0.93 in nearly 20 innings. Long pause. He pitches home. A nubbler caught by Rodriguez on the fly, and he throws back to first. They double up Cam Petty, who is dancing off the bag. And there's quickly 2 outs, an unconventional double play.
I think it was a double play any way that line drive exists. Whether Rodriguez makes the miraculous catch he just did at his ankle and then throws to first, the runner Osterhaus had no chance to get back. If the ground ball gets past Rodriguez, Kurland was standing on the base ready to field, tap, and fire to first for 2.
The pitch is a strike on the outside corner to the lefty Rustin Rigdon.
That's how you can eliminate a walk pretty quick.
Kind of just stuck out his glove and the ball found him. Here is the 0-1. Rigdon shows bunt, pulls back on a ball downstairs. It's 1-1. Peltier was ready. He was chugging down the third baseline, ready to field. Rigdon grounded out to second. That was back in the first inning, a .264 hitter. Here's the offering. Down and in. And the count is 2-1.
Okay, so I did some digging to resume our conversation from the last inning with Chatham, trailing by 3 points. They do have 3 games left because they have to resume a game on Sunday and then play full game Sunday night as a doubleheader.
The 2-1 is a ground ball to second. Criscola is there, fields easily, throws to first in time. And that does it here in the bottom of the third. So the Mariners have pitched 3 scoreless innings and have a 4-0 lead over Bourne. We go to the 4th on the Mariners Radio Network. We go to the fourth here at Doran Park. 4-0 Harwich
Third
over
baseman,
Bourne
number
with Luke
13,
Renneman.
JP
I'm Milo
Peltier.
Hoffman. And it's still the righty starter, Noah Scott, on the hill for Bourne. And ever since that 4-run first, he's dealt back-to-back scoreless innings. And he deals to 6, 7, and 8 in the Harwich lineup. The right-handed hitting third baseman JP Peltier kicks things off. He digs into the box. Scott brushes off some dirt from the mound and kicks back and comes home. Fastball downstairs. Count is 1-0 on Peltier.
What a difference in the way that Peltier looks at this at bat. He was up back in the third inning for Harwich. 2 outs, runner in scoring position, needs to hit to drive in a run. Now he's leading off an inning.
The 1-0 is way inside, and it's 2-0. Now, Sean O'Leary was dancing off the bag at second base when Peltier was up. Scott turned quickly and fired a dart, and the second baseman Rigdon made the tag in time. So now Peltier, like Luke just said, a fresh start, and he's ahead 2-0. Here's the pitch. Inside, and it's 3-0.
I want to give a lot of credit to Noah Scott. He's now made it into the 4th inning of this game, and I was shocked that he even made it out of the 1st inning. Because of the damage offensively the Mariners were doing against him, and then the physical damage of the line drive he caught off of his right ankle.
3-0. Right down the middle with the heat, and it's 3-1. Sean O'Leary hit a line drive off of the right leg of Noah Scott. He went down to the ground, and he was receiving medical attention for about 10 minutes, but stayed in the ball game. He pitches a 3-1. Fastball downstairs, ball 4, and Peltier works a 5-pitch leadoff walk here to begin the 4th.
The catcher, number 5, Cone.
He's got to take it one game at a time in this doubleheader. I think that I've been guilty early on in this game. You go up by 4, maybe it's, all right, let's get out of here with a win and go to Chatham. But Harwich is really looking for a full game offensive effort, and that's easier said than done. But we've seen the Mariners score early on and then go stagnant. If this team's going to be a threat in the playoffs, they got to be dominant the whole game and show some life.
Next hitter, James, shows bunt, and he pulls back on a fastball strike outside corner. 0-1 on Sean James, the number 7 hitter and right-handed catcher for the Mariners, who struck out back in the 1st. Peltier leads off of first base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A throw back to first to check on Peltier, not in time. JP has 17 stolen bases over there at first base. 17 of 19 so far this season. Second most on the team, only behind Colin Larson. Scott set. Here's the 0-1. Down in the dirt. Nice block by Papetti, the catcher. He scooped it on a hop, and it's 1-1. Small crowd here at Doran Park. It's one of those crowds where you can kind of hear every individual conversation, it feels like. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. A slider outside, and it's 1-2. There are no real bleachers here at the home of the Braves. It's more bring your own chair, and if you don't have a chair, well, you're going to have to stand.
Little amphitheater behind us.
Amphitheater type seating. Long pause and a check back to Peltier. He slides in safely. So many Mariner base runners draw numerous checks over at first base. Peltier obviously has 17 stolen bases, so you'd expect that. Check back to him again. He was leaning, throw in time. Third time's the charm for Noah Scott. And they wipe away Peltier and his leadoff walk. 1 gone here in the top of the 4th.
Second Mariner in the last 2 hitters to get picked off of a base for Harwich. If you're struggling to hit the ball, the last thing you can do is run your way into outs. And there goes the leadoff walk.
Credit to Scott, keeping an eye on the runners. Here's the 1-2. A chopper foul third base line. James had to adjust, it seemed like, mid-pitch, and kind of stood up and just fought it off foul. Still 1-2 on James. 4-0 Harwich over Bourne, top of the 4th. Game number 1 of the Mariners doubleheader today. They face Chatham. 7 o'clock first pitch over at Veterans Field tonight. This game is only going 7 innings. The 1-2. Is it high in the air left field? Farrell back, the left fielder. Now he stops, battles the wind, and he makes the grab for the second out.
I think James will be a guy that, although defensively he's considered a utility player, the Mariners are really going to use him in utility situations come the playoffs. With Peltier reaching and JP not trying to steal a base in that at-bat before he was picked off, I think in that spot, James hitting 7th with the struggles he's had at the plate, maybe in the playoffs we see him try and lay down a sacrifice bunt. These games are going to change to get more situational when the postseason arrives.
Pitch to Criscola, the lefty, fouled right back to the screen. 0-1. I think that's something that Hyannis has done so well as of late.
They've started to do it.
And that's a reason why they are now the #1 team in the Western Division, 1 point ahead of Bourne.
It's the only thing that can really explain being bottom 2 in the league in batting average and OPS.
As the 0-1 misses inside with the fastball.
Sure, they hit a lot of home runs, but that's not the full story. Their pitching staff is still in the lower third, and I know that's cumulative to the entire league and the stats you had early on all the way back in early June.
The pitch. This is outside with the fastball. And it's 2-1. The Mariners normally do play small ball. I mean, they steal bases, but you can't get picked off. That erases rallies, and sure, you're up 4-0 today, but in a playoff game, like you were saying, that'll come back to bite you. The 2-1 is fouled back, and the count is 2-2 on Criscola.
I like Criscola. I haven't met him yet, but he has that, younger guy feel, kind of that thin middle infielder trying to figure his own way out.
You said that like you're a scout. I like him. I like this guy. 2-2 is popped up, shallow center field. Bolton charges in, and he calls off the left fielder Farrell to make the grab. And that does it here in the top of the 4th. After the leadoff walk from J.P. Peltier, he was picked off, a fly out from James, and a fly out from Criscola. We head to the bottom of the 4th. 4-0 Harwich on the Mariners Radio Network. 4-0 Mariners over the Braves as we go to the bottom of the 4th here at Doran Park. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Milo Hoffman. It's still the righty reliever on the hill for the Mariners in his 2nd inning of work, Christian Rodriguez. And he deals to 3, 4, and 5 in the Braves lineup. And that begins with Riker Waite, the lefty shortstop. He walked his first time up. That came all the way back in the 1st inning. Pitch home. There's a fastball at the knees, called to strike, and it's 0-1. Waite has played just 7 games heading into today with the Braves, a .286 hitter, already has 2 home runs. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Rodriguez pulled the string with a changeup there low and away. and it's 0-2. Braves are trying to bounce back. They've lost 4 straight games, swept in a doubleheader yesterday. Here's the 0-2. Tapped her slowly, first baseline. The first baseman O'Leary's there, gloves and steps on the bag in time, and there's one gone. Yesterday, Bourne lost to Hyannis in game number 1 of their doubleheader, and then lost to Wareham in the nightcap. 9-1 they lost to the Gatemen. A Gatemen team that's barely in the playoffs right now.
I'm not making excuses for Bourne because losing 4 in a row with the way they've played throughout the course of the summer is unacceptable, and Scott Landers would be the first to tell you that. But when you start playing these doubleheaders and you get into these late dog days of summer, it changes.
Lefty Berkeley maybe swings and misses at a changeup. 0-1.
Well, I'm not going to act like you and I play, but we show up every day. We feel the culture in the dugout, the mood. It's tough this time of year to keep going when you've played 35-plus games. The pitchers are tired. They're worn out.
There's the 0-1. Outside, it's 1-1. I mean, yeah, it's a grind of a Cape League summer. Funny thing is, though, the Braves have 3 players in their lineup today that are making their season debut.
Right, and that's what's happened to Bourne, where it's just not really the same team right now because Blake Schaff, maybe the league MVP, just got signed by the Yankees.
The 1-1 is way back. Sean James, the catcher, can't grasp it.
Or their other MVP candidate, Costello, has to go home a little bit early because of his transfer to South Carolina. So a lot of things change, and I think it makes winning the championship that much sweeter because it's that much more difficult to grit and grind your way into a championship series.
Here's the 2-1. A check swing on a ball outside. Did he go? No. Tom Marlin, the third base umpire, has the safe sign up, and the count is 3-1 on Berkeley Mabius. Well, Scott Landers knows about winning. He's now won, or he won last year for the Braves. They're trying to go back-to-back. 3-1. Way inside, and it's ball 4 to Berkeley Mabius, so he works a 1-out walk here in the bottom of the 4th.
The only time Landers has ever lost in a championship series of the Cape Cod Baseball League, it was to the Harwich Mariners. That was 2 summers ago.
Trying to go 4 championships for Landers. These the last 2 teams to win the chip here on the Cape.
If he does it with the way his team is limping into the playoffs right now, bravo.
There's the pitch. Way upstairs, and it gets by the catcher, James, but that looked like it clipped the righty Luke Costello in the box, and it did. So it barely nipped him. And now Bourne has runners on first and second. With 1 out here at the bottom of the 4th, they trail 4-0.
Yeah, Rodriguez just continues to really have no command of the baseball. He's pitched an inning in the 3rd, 2 walks, hit batsman. Doesn't really matter how good your stuff is or how hard you throw. This entire summer, he's just trying to locate it.
Here's Gabriel Milano, pitch to the lefty. Is high and tight with the fastball. So 1-0 now on the Miami product with first and second for Bourne. They're trying to claw their way back into this one, down 4-0. Rodriguez wobbles. He pauses and pitches. Fastball right down the oh, it missed outside. That looked real close. It's 2-0 now.
You start to feel for him out there because you know he wants to throw a strike so bad, and then a call like that happens. It looks belt high center cut, and he doesn't get the call.
The 2-0. A check swing on a slider inside. It's called a strike nonetheless. So 2-1 now on Milano. Blue skies ahead here at Doran Park. Some clouds in the area. That's out to center. Infield is shaded. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. And off speed inside. Got him fooled, and it's 2-2.
And that's been the pitch to throw a strike this summer for Rodriguez, and where if hitters are sitting off speed because they know he can't locate the fastball, they can do damage. But a beauty there, back in this count, really needs to stay on the downhill against Milano.
Rodriguez wobbles. He checks on the runner and pitches home. Misses outside, and so now the count is full on Milano. A ball away from the bases being loaded in the bottom of the 4th, and the tying run coming to the plate for Bourne. Max Farrell awaits on deck, the left fielder. Rodriguez pitches. Curveball swing and a miss. Big strikeout for C-Rod. And there's 2 away in the bottom of the 4th.
You rarely see that. C-Rod does a fist pump after the swing and miss. And he's not a showboating type of guy. That's just him saying, yes, I needed it. Like a good shooter in basketball. They see one go in after a strugglesome start or season. They're like, okay, I found it. Hopefully he can get out of here scoreless and put down Farrell.
Farrell did single his last time up. That was in the 2nd. One of just 2 hits for Bourne this evening, or I should say this afternoon. Pitch is a fastball drilled high in the air to center field. Kirchhoff back, but now he stops, camps under, and he makes the grab as he battles the sun. That does it here in the bottom of the 4th, and Bourne strands 2 runners on. They still trail 4-0 to Harwich as we go to the 5th on the Mariners Radio Network. Back here at Doran Park as we go to the 5th, and the Mariners hold a 4-0 lead over Bourne. Dixie Dandelight just played here at Doran Park, and that's because Alabama pitcher is on to play for the Braves in Connor Lehman, the lefty. He fires home. Pitch misses outside to the lefty Colin Larson. 1-0's the count on the Mariner number 9 hitter, 9-1-2 for Harwich. Lehman, a 3/4 arm angle lefty who gets the sign, takes a deep breath, and he fires. Pitch misses down low. So now 2-0 on Larson. He doubled back in the 2nd on a line drive to center field. Matt Bolton, the center fielder, came in originally, then had to backtrack, and by the time he looked up, the ball was over his head. 2-0. Downstairs, Larson takes all the way, and it's 3-0. Larson led off most of the Mariner games in the first half of the season. Now he's been a number 2 guy, hitting number 9 today, 3-0. There's a strike at the knees with the fastball, and it's 3-1. kind of like a Swiss Army knife for this Mariners squad now. Going to be interesting to see where he plays and what number in the lineup he hits come the playoffs in a few days. 3-1 is laced deep to left field. Farrell, the left fielder, comes in now, dives, and it bounces in front of him. Larson holds on at first base with a single. I mean, that ball had the sound off the bat. Farrell started to run back on the ball, and then that thing just died by the wind.
Just a knuckleball off the end of the bat where
Top
it
of the order
sounds
now
really
batting,
good, but
the
he
left fielder,
barely
number
missed the sweet
21,
spot.
Nico
Still a base hit for
Brady.
Larson, and he's 2 for 2 to start. There's your leadoff hitter who's hitting 9th today. That's probably going to lead off tonight if he keeps swinging like this.
That's true. Mariners play tonight against Chatham over at Veterans Field, 7 o'clock. Here's the leadoff man today, Nico Brini. He shows bunt, and he went around. It was a fastball that was down low.
Harwich is really getting away from their ways of stealing bases. The Mariners are at exactly 100 stolen bases on the summer to lead the Cape, but normally it was first pitch. Larson off of first, he's running.
He takes his lead pitch. Brini shows bunt, lays it down, and the third baseman, Osterhaus, comes in, fields, and throws to first. It gets by the first baseman, Milano. Larson to third. Milano's throw across the diamond, not in time, and everyone's safe. Brini at first, Larson at third, and there's nobody out here in the top of the fifth.
Center fielder,
Man,
number
that's
14,
really smooth
Micah
baseball right
Kirchhoff.
there. Sure, the throwing error from the third baseman, Osterhaus, but Brini getting a bunt down directly in between that triangle of the catcher, third baseman, and pitcher. And all three of them took a split second, looked at each other, and said, you got it, you got it, you got it. And by the time Osterhaus picked it up, he should have just put it in his pocket because there was no way it was going to beat Brini.
Here's the righty, Micah Kirchhoff, with runners on the corners, and Lehman checks on Brini over at first, not in time. Yeah, they had like a meeting. It was just to the left of the pitcher's mound, about halfway between home plate and the mound. Osterhaus took charge, but his throw off the line. Pitch to Micah is inside, and Kirchhoff ducks out of the way.
That's why Brini is just so valuable, because whether it's a bunt hit like that one or just a true sacrifice, he makes plays. And it's not just the idea of getting a good bunt down and getting Larson over in a nobody-out situation. He has the speed and the hustle to beat it out for a hit, put the pressure on the defense, and now you have a really good chance to blow this game open.
That's what Mike is trying to do. The 1-0 inside. Kirchhoff gets out of the way again on a fastball. Harwich has 7 hits today. Bourne just 2. Rainey off first, Larson off of third. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Inside again, so 3 fastballs. They've all missed in the same spot. High and tight to the righty, Kirchhoff. And now Micah is way ahead in the count. And a ball away from a walk that would load the bases.
For Ty Smolinski.
There is the 3-0. Downstairs, ball 4, and the bases are juiced here with nobody gone in the top of the 5th. 4-0 Harwich over Bourne.
I think the comforting part of having a 4-0 lead in the 5th inning, might as well be the 7th inning, because in a normal 9-inning game, that's the position we're in, but we're only playing 7 this afternoon in Bourne. You'll take the sac fly. You don't need the double to clear the bases here. Just add on, continue to build insurance.
The lefty Ty digs in, and he is called a strike. A curveball inside. So Ty today singled and scored in the first, then flied out to left field. That was back in the 3rd. Bases loaded. Lehman comes set. Here's the 0-1. Downstairs.
Tough matchup for Smolinski. I know Lehman's struggling in this 5th inning, but still a left-on-left matchup with a lefty specialist in Lehman out of Alabama.
He comes set, checks on the runner at first in Kirchhoff, and pitches home. Pitch is high and tight. Now 2-1, and Smolinski is in the driver's seat here in this at-bat. 2 balls, 1 strike, bases loaded, nobody out. Mariners on top 4-0 over Bourne on a hot and steamy day here at Doran Park. The 2-1 is lined. Caught by the shortstop, Waite. What a play by Riker Waite. Oh my goodness, he snatched that out of the air.
He's only 5'7", but he can jump so high that it picks up for any lost height. I mean, he is floating up there. And it was almost a looping liner that was dying towards the end of it, and it just fell down high enough for Waite to go up and snatch it. What a play.
Well, that saved possibly 2 runs for the Mariners. And now 1 gone, and the righty Cade Kurland is up. Pitch is tapped foul behind home plate. And it's now 0-1 on Kurland. He had the big 2 RBI double back in the first. Since then, in the 3rd inning, he flew out to right, hitting .232 on the season. 10 RBIs, a big chance for a couple more here. Pitch is down and away. No place to put him. Mariners trying to put the Braves here to bed, kind of here in the top of the 5th. You get the feeling if they scratch across a few in just a 7-inning ball game, they'd feel pretty comfortable. Here's the offering. Looping curveball misses outside.
So this is one of those situations that we were talking about with Kurland his last time up. You got the bases loaded. Lehman's kind of fighting the zone a little bit. If Kurland gets anything over the plate, he is not taking. He is ready to do damage on this 2-1 pitch. Some guys go up there and they might see strike 2.
Here's Lehman's 2-1. Fastball downstairs. Kurland has to take his left foot out of the way. And it's now 3-1 on Kurland. Runners off every base for Harwich. Larson at 3rd, Brainy at 2nd, and Kirikov at 1st. Here's the pitch. Downstairs, ball 4, and it's a ribby walk for Cade Kurland. Colin Larson comes home, and the Mariners hold a 5-0 lead in the top of the 5th inning.
Felt like Lehman did the hardest part. He got Smolinski out with nobody coming in, and now you walk in a run.
18, Sean O'Leary.
To be fair, Smolinski did hit the ball pretty hard. And if he hit it about 5 inches taller, it would have been a single for tie. Now the lefty Sean O'Leary, base is still loaded. Here's the pitch. A curveball inside.
Yeah, you just can't find the zone right now, and it really amplifies it when the bases are loaded and you really just don't have any wiggle room whatsoever.
O'Leary is 2 for 2. Here's the 1-0. There's a fastball strike on the inside corner. He singled in the first off of the starter Noah Scott's right foot. It trickled into foul territory down the 3rd baseline, and then he doubled in the 3rd. Now it's to left center field. The 1-1 is fouled nearly into the Bourne dugout. Oh, that was inches away from taking out someone over in the Braves dugout.
Oh my gosh. That was easily the scariest moment of the summer. I mean, Scott Landers, that missed his face by a matter of inches.
There is a screen over there, but it got by the screen. The 1-2. Curveball, cold, strike 3. So a 12-6 off speed from Lehman and a big second out here in the top of the 5th. Base is still loaded, full of Mariners. They hold a 5-0 lead.
Not saying Sean O'Leary gets an excuse because he's been really good in RBI spots, but the Mariners collectively, although O'Leary's been good, you got to drive in a run there. A struggling pitcher who can't find the zone, he's trying to loft something in there. You get a belt-high breaking ball. Got to be ready to just put the ball in play.
Here's Peltier. He takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 on Peltier.
Lehman may have found something here.
He just struck out O'Leary, and he's trying to get out of this bases loaded jam with just 1 run allowed. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball upstairs. And it's quickly 0-2 on Peltier. Infield played straight up against the righty in the box. The outfield is shifted to the right. Left fielder Max Farrell is playing about 40 yards from the left field line. Here's the 0-2. Looping curveball misses outside.
See if JP can pick the guys up.
In the first half of the season, Peltier was the RBI leader for the Mariners. Now he has 16 of them. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. A late hack from Peltier. And Lehman limits the damage in the top of the 5th. Just one run across after the bases loaded walk from Cade Kurland. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 5-0 Harwich on the Mariners Radio Network.
We are headed into the bottom of the 5th here at Doran Park. The Mariners are leading the Bourne Braves 5-0. We see some new names here on the roster today as the NECBL League wraps up. Those players are coming to the Cape to finish their summers. Just today, the Mariners have activated 2 pitchers. Rex Hauser from the University of Maine. He's actually a two-way player. He was the home run derby winner in the NECBL. And Cam Keaveney from Northeastern. He's headed to Southern New Hampshire University. Neither of their teams made the NECBL playoffs, which actually kickstart tonight. So we'll see who else joins the Mariners and the Cape League as a whole as the NECBL playoffs end and the Cape League playoffs begin.
Thanks so much, Lily. Yeah, Cape League playoffs a couple of days away. The NECBL playoffs started tonight, like you heard Lily just say. And the Mariners with a whole bunch of new names, not just Harwich, but Bourne as well. All the teams here throughout the Cape are picking up new guys and gearing up for a big playoff push. It's still the righty Christian Rodriguez on the hill for Harwich. He deals to 8-9-1. Here's the pitch. Matt Bolton shows bunt, and he pulls back a fastball that missed outside. The count is 1-0. Bolton singled back in the second. Center fielder for the Braves. His pants are ripped right now. Here's the 1-0. Takes outside with a changeup, and it's 2-0. His back right pant is fully ripped. It's dirty. It was picked off back in the second inning, sliding all over the place, and that explains it. The 2-0. Swing and a miss on a fastball upstairs. It's now 2-1 on Bolton. Big shift on the lefty in the box. Peltier, the third baseman, almost on the infield grass on the left side of the second base bag. Everyone else right side of the bag. The 2-1. This is outside with a changeup. 3-1.
I don't know what you think, Milo, but it just seems to me with a lot of counts where Rodriguez is falling behind, he's throwing a different pitch every pitch. When guys are struggling, a lot of times it's just fastball.
The 3-1, there's a fastball and missed outside. So Matt Bolton gets rid of his gear and moves on over to first base. The leadoff man is aboard for the Braves.
And, you know, I'm not a former pitcher or anything, but I think that it's a fair conclusion to maybe jump to that if you're having trouble commanding something, maybe throw a pitch consecutively. So if you snap the slider a little too much, you can maybe adjust it the next time and sure that ball could get hit in the seats. But it's better than all of these walks continuing to pile up.
The pitch to the right-handed hitting Papetti is popped up. First base side, foul ground. O'Leary is there, and he makes the grab in front of the Mariner dugout. First out here in the bottom of the 5th. Mariners hold a 5-0 lead over Bourne.
Now batting the third baseman,
big
number
out
31,
off of
Justin
Papetti's bat, and now back to the top with Justin Osterhaus. You can really feel the loss of Blake Schaff here on this Bourne team. Last time the Mariners played the Braves on July 24th. Bourne won 9-3, and Schaff was a beast for the Braves. Here's the pitch to the lefty. Taken for a strike right down the middle, and it's 0-1.
That was a really nice pickup from the New York Yankees. I have no idea how that'll play out, but with the numbers he had out here, and he was draft eligible, the fact he wasn't picked up, especially out of Wake Forest, is pretty crazy to me.
The 0-1, runner goes from first, pitch is outside, throw to second on a hop is not in time. The tag was still applied by Curlin. The count is 1-1 on Osterhaus, and now runner in scoring position for Bourne.
Don't want to give any glimpse of hope to the Bravos, and it's dark right now in the Braves tunnel. Losers of 4 in a row, down 5-0 in the 5th inning of just a 7-inning ball game.
Here's the 1-1. This is upstairs. Another fastball from Rodriguez. Count is 2-1 with Bolton off of second and 1 away. The wind has died down just momentarily here at Doran Park. The 2-1. A curveball misses outside. The count is 3-1 on Osterhaus. He grounded out to short back in the first, and he lined into a very awkward 1-3 double play in the third. Rodriguez was pitching. 3-1. Fastball cut on and missed, and it's full.
Sometimes when guys are so erratic and wild, it's probably tough on the hitters because it's like, is that fastball ever going to find the zone? Oh, wait, this one's a strike, and I'm late because he throws it 95 miles an hour.
Got to be wary. You don't want to get plunked by something like that. The payoff. Outside, ball 4. Another fastball from Rodriguez that misses. And with 1 away, there's runners on first and second for Bourne at the bottom of the 5th.
Number 23,
Another multi-walk effort. That's now 4 in 2 1/3 innings pitched for Rodriguez and a hit batsman.
And Hunter Dilworth, the Mariners pitching coach, is walking out, along with the entire Mariner infield to the mound.
You just like this kid so much, and him being here last summer has got to be tough for Mariner fans because he was the best pitcher out here in the bullpen. And he still has that same stuff. The fastball has the juice. The breaking ball has the snap. But the strike zone just feels that much smaller right now, and it's already tight out here on Cape Cod, tighter than the college zones. But Rodriguez, a guy who just really didn't get any opportunity at all to pitch at the University of Florida. They had a really solid bullpen, and their manager just sticks with certain guys throughout the course of the summer, is what Rodriguez was telling me. So since he transfers to Florida International, looking for more reps, pitch a little bit in the year of 2026, he has that on Cape Cod. But if he can't prove that he can consistently throw strikes, then even if Steve Englert likes him a lot and he's a returner to this ball club from last summer, it's tough to pitch a guy like that in the playoffs.
Here's the lefty Rustin Rigdon. Pitch.
Nice.
Change-up strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. You hope that the meeting from Hunter Dilworth calmed down Rodriguez. Bourne trying to get back into this one. Down by 5, but 2 runners on with 1 away. Here's the pitch. Sliced foul down the left field line. Left fielder Brini gives it a look, but it's over the fence and out of play. Quickly 0-2 on Rigdon.
Really good start to this at-bat. 2 good pitches. Both of them were strikes. Rigdon did not chase that pitch. And this is a tough out.
Rigdon, a .264 hitter. Pitch. Downstairs. It's 1-2. Pair of ground outs today to second base for Rustin Rigdon to his respective position.
Get ahead 0-2, you can kind of go wherever you want. Ball 1 isn't as grueling.
There's the 1-2. Fouled right back to the screen. Oh, a close ball boy race, and the Bourne bat boy wins. They went down to the dirt there. Got dirty.
Like WWE.
Always the game within the game here at the Cape Games. Rodriguez checks on the runners and pitches home. A ground ball to first base, so O'Leary fields in foul territory. So that was foul, just barely before the first base bag. So still 1-2 now on Rigdon. It's not really dirt here behind the grass at Doran Park. It's more of a gravel. Infield is dirt, but the warning track is not the brown dirt that you're used to. The 1-2. Chopped high, right side of the infield. Second baseman Criscola is there. Gloves on a hop. Throws to first in time. So there's 2 away. Both runners advance. Now it's second and third.
The shortstop, number
Yeah, no
3,
play at second.
Riker
Criscola
Wait.
actually gave second base a look, and I don't know if he was just showing off, telling Steve Engler, I got you, I know I'm supposed to look, but I know there's no play. I mean, there was never any play, and it made the throw to first more of a bang-bang play than it needed to be. But now you're in a spot here that's pretty unique. A 5-run lead, a big one, but a base hit for the 3-hole hitter Riker Waite definitely changes the flow of this game, and Bourne would have life.
There's the pitch to the lefty. That's popped up and on the hands. Foul ground left side. Third baseman Peltier is there, and he makes the grab. So the big threat of Riker Waite goes down easily on one pitch, and Bourne strands second and third here in the bottom of the 5th. It's 5-0 Harwich as we go to the 6th on the Mariners Radio Network.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Reader's Hardwood Supply is a candy store for wood, whether you're a professional or an amateur. Reader's Hardwood Supply carries over 70 species of both domestic and imported lumber from around the world, displayed in over 300 self-serve bins for your selection. So for your next project, make it your masterpiece with stock from Reader's Hardwood Supply. The woods of the world are here at Reader's Hardwood Supply.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
Start of the 6th inning here at Doran Park in Bourne. And with just a 7-inning ball game this afternoon, first leg of a Mariner doubleheader, let's take a look across the Cape for some scores in the CCBL. That's brought to you by Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism. So 2-0, Falmouth leads Hyannis. Wow, that's important, but Bourne would have to win this game to flip Hyannis for the 1 seed in the West, and they're down 5-0. Falmouth a 2-0 lead in the 5th. Later today, 4:30, Orleans at Brewster. 6 o'clock, YD right here at Bourne. 6:05, Catuit at Hyannis. 6:30, Wareham at Falmouth. And 7 o'clock tonight, the nightcap. The Mariners back end of the doubleheader on the road in Chatham.
The catcher, number
Only
5,
2 games
Sean
going on
James.
right now. A weekend filled with doubleheaders on the Cape League. 8 of the 10 teams played in a doubleheader yesterday. Sean James, the hitter. Top of the 6th, Harwich up 5-0. Connor Lehman stays in the game. First pitch, a fastball down low. 1-0. So you dive into those matchups a little bit more. Playoff implications, we talked about Bourne and Hyannis battling for the 1 seed, but the implications that actually have to do with a spot in the postseason. That would be Catuit and Wareham trying to get that last seed in the West. 1-0 to James, bounced foul into the Bourne dugout. 1-1. Wareham plays at Falmouth tonight at 6:30. Catuit plays at Hyannis at 6:05. So both of those teams have their hands full with pretty solid opponents out of the West Division.
Now, the West Division is a close one.
Lehman working from the windup, the 1-1 to James in the dirt. James stepped at it but did not offer. 2 balls and a strike on the Harwich catcher. There are a couple guys that the Mariners really want to get going before the playoffs. James definitely one of them. Sub-200 hitter for average on the summer is 0 for 2. The 2-1 is a chopper left side of the infield, gloved by the third baseman Osterhaus, and he threw him out. That's a really good play and a confident play at the hot corner. He completely cut off his shortstop, Riker Waite, who had called him off in the hole, but Osterhaus acknowledged that he had to get to that ball first, and it was the only play for the first out.
And he had the momentum going towards the bag, unlike Waite, the shortstop. So I think the good decision in the end to let Osterhaus field the ball, but it was close.
Charlie Criscola digs in, 1 out, nobody on. Left-on-left matchup with Lehman. First pitch. Called a strike. A good fastball on the inside edge. 0-1. Criscola has been here for 4 or 5 days now, but he's appearing in a game for the first time today. See if he can get his first hit. He's 0 for 2. Here comes the 0-1. Called strike 2 on the outside edge. Started inside with the fastball for strike 1. Lehman goes away for strike 2. And Criscola maybe a little bit off balance before this 0-2 pitch. Lehman can go anywhere. The 0-2. Swing and a line drive, and it dunks into left center field for a base hit. Criscola, a big turnaround first, and he settles for a single. Welcome to Harwich, Charlie, your first Cape Cod knock. Runner for the M's with 1 out in the 6th.
Yeah, just off the end of the bat, kind of poked it into left center field.
You know who that reminds you of?
Castellon.
Heck yeah, number 12. The old number 12. Nate, we miss you if you're listening. But Charlie Criscola is here, and he's on base just like you were plenty of times this summer. Colin Larson is 2 for 2. He's up. Batting 9th for the Mariners. A double and a single. First pitch swinging. Pop fly, shallow center field. Matt Bolton comes in from center and makes the grab. 2 outs. So Larson is now 2 for 3. Went after the first pitch again. Did that with his double back in the 2nd, but he can't convert here in the 6th, and the lineup turns over for Nico Brini. Brini's 1 for 3. A strikeout, a ground out, and a bunt single. Criscola, a really solid base stealer in college. Maybe the Mariners send him. Left on left with Brini. Check on Charlie Criscola. He's back standing up. Criscola's extremely twitchy over there. He gets back to that base without even diving. Just has, those reflexes. Big lead, doesn't go. First pitch swinging. Brini lofts one into shallow left field, but coming in is Max Farrell, a sliding play to end the inning. Criscola ran on a delayed steal. If that would have been a hit, Charlie Criscola would have scored from first. But Max Farrell still competing in the first of a doubleheader for both teams. It's been all Harwich so far, a 5-0 lead. We're going to the bottom of the 6th on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Heading to Nantucket this summer? Skip the traffic and take the disguise with Cape Air. With convenient flights from Norwood to Nantucket, you can start your vacation sooner without the hassle of traffic. That way you spend more time relaxing and less time getting there. Experience the Cape Air difference and book your next flight today at capeair.com. Let Cape Air be your wings in the Northeast.
Harwich up 5-0, bottom of the 6th here in Bourne. And the Mariners turn to the big right-hander out of Maine, Owen Wheeler. Wheeler Wheeler, 6'2", 190-pound righty, climbs the hill on Cape Cod for just the second time all summer, a late addition to the Mariners bullpen. In his first appearance, he pitched an inning and 2/3 of scoreless baseball against Chatham. First pitch to Mabius, a ball inside, 1-0. Berkeley Mabius, the DH today, out of Oregon, is 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk. Mariners have held the Braves to just 2 hits this afternoon. 1-0 pitch, that's down in the dirt, quickly 2-0. Christian Rodriguez, and his outing is done out of the Harwich pen. He went 3 innings of no-hit, no-run baseball, walked 4, and struck out 1. So had guys on, but worked out of it nicely. 2-0, called a strike at the knees. Wheeler went to the fastball, and he's in the count now. 7-inning game this afternoon here in Bourne. Both teams have a doubleheader. The nightcap will be 9-inning games. But Harwich just needs 6 more outs defensively to win it. The 2-1, a good slider. Called a strike on the inner edge, 2-2. Harwich wins this one and then beats Chatham. The Sunday game against Brewster does not matter for playoff seedings. Harwich would be locked into the 3 seed. The 2-2, jam shot, fouled back, and maybe is staying alive here in the 2-strike count.
Yeah, that would actually be a very interesting situation if you got Brewster before you play them in a series. Wonder how both teams would go about that.
And that game might not matter for Brewster.
Right.
They're still playing for a lot because they're 1 game behind YD for the number 1 seed. 2-2 again. Swing and a line drive into left field right at Nico Brini. He's there. Makes the catch for the first out.
Be really interesting if Brewster almost had a control of whether or not they wanted to play Chatham or Harwich. If we win today,
I thought about that.
We play Harwich. If we lose, we play Chatham. Which do we think favors us better?
I'm not Jamie Shevchek, the Brewster manager, but I would want to play Harwich. Chatham's won 5 in a row. Brewster's dominated Harwich this summer. First pitch to Luke Costello, fouled back for strike 1. What do you think?
I mean, I think that Brewster has handled Harwich. I mean, this dominated. So I think that they would like their chances. I mean, listen, every team likes their chances against every team.
The 0-1. Costello takes down low, ball and a strike.
So, it's hard to
especially
tell
the top seed.
Right,
they like their chances against everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Brewster's 25-10 for record.
This kind of reminds me a couple years back in the NFL, the Chargers and the Raiders. There was a whole playoff scenario.
1-1, breaking ball inside, 2-1.
The Raiders had the chance at...
They both made the playoffs if they tied the game.
Right. But the Raiders would eliminate the Chargers if they made the field goal, and they still kicked it.
They didn't have to.
Right, they didn't have to. They both would have been in.
2-1. In the dirt. Now 3-1 on Costello. But what Chargers fans were so upset about was by kicking the field goal, if they missed the field goal, it was not in the last seconds, it was in overtime.
Right.
So if they missed the field goal, it gave the Chargers a chance to go win the game themselves, which would eliminate the Raiders.
Yep.
So maybe you just say, we're just going to, punt or kneel this thing down or take the timeout. 3-1 pitch. That's a fastball, knee high. Evens the count on a called strike 2. Pardon me, the count goes full. But yeah, not make or miss scenarios on the table come Sunday anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe in the West Division. Payoff pitch. Swing and a line drive caught by Kurland at shortstop. Cade jumped up in the air and snatched the hot shot off the bat of Costello. 2 up, 2 down for Wheeler in the 6th.
Yeah, nice job by Kurland there. Didn't really have to jump too high.
First
but
baseman number 6,
made it look
Gabriel
nice.
Milano.
You know what this feels like? This feels like when the Mariners were really playing their best baseball at the end of June this summer. You get up early and they've just stayed ahead. First pitch swing, Milano bouncing ball into left field for a hit. Harwich had shifted to lefty to hit the ball to the right side of the infield, but he snuck it in the typical shortstop position. No one was there. A 2-out knock for Gabe Milano.
The left fielder,
big
number
hit
5,
for Milano
Max
over there. This is his
Farrell.
first day with the Braves.
But sometimes when the Mariners were at their best, I remember driving home from games, just reflecting on it, saying, that one kind of felt easy.
Yeah.
And when the M's were in that 6-game losing streak, you and I both know, everyone in the dugout knows, it felt impossible to get out of it. Max Farrell, the hitter, swing and a miss at the first pitch slider, strike one.
Yeah, the pitching has been good today for Harwich. And it started with Tommy Mitchell, 2 innings, just gave up 2 hits. Only allowed 3 guys to reach total.
Rodriguez was great, and here is Wheeler, the 0-1. Broken bat flare into left field. Brini the dive, and he caught it. The great Hubrini pulling out some afternoon magic in Bourne, and the diving catch ends the 6th inning. Harwich up 5-0. 3 outs away from a win here on the road against the Bravos. We'll be right back on the radio.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Life can be full of surprises, but Eastern Propane and Oil is always just a call away. With a local team member available 24/7, we're always ready to support you when you need it. With an Eastern Propane and Oil technician on the way, your family's comfort is our priority. Our local team, over 500 strong, ensures your home is comfortable and warm. Eastern Propane and Oil, a local team with 24/7 service and delivery, ensuring comfort when you need it most.
Blue skies, sunshine, a little bit of country music here on the PA at Doran Park in Bourne. And a Saturday on Cape Cod. Welcome in to the Mariners Radio Network. It's the top of the 7th, and Harwich has a 5-0 lead, looking to add on against the Bourne Braves. Just a heads up, we're only playing 7 innings in this first leg of the doubleheader. And this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. The M's have 2, 3, and 4 up. Micah Kirikoff digs into the right side. New right-hander into the game for Bourne. It's Colton Starling out of Western Carolina. His first appearance in the CCBL. Comes home to Kirikoff. This one's in the air, shallow right center field. Costello comes in from right and makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out.
The DH, number 22, Tyler Smolinski.
Ty Smolinski steps in. Another night with a hit for Smolinski. Had 2 of them last night in the loss to Hyannis. He's 1 for 3 with a single and a run back in the first this afternoon. A really exciting matchup tonight in Chatham. Chatham's going to have to beat Harwich to really have any chance to steal the 3 seed from the Mariners. And for Harwich, an opportunity against a red-hot A's team. First pitch to Smolinski, jam shot foul, strike 1. This is an Angler squad where Dennis Cook, their skipper, left. Yep. He left the team to go to a wedding. It's his son's wedding in Texas, and it makes a lot of sense. But this time of year, they've been fighting for a playoff spot until yesterday when they clinched. They're playing such good baseball. Won 8 of their last 10. 0-1 coming to Smolinski. Chopped first base side, gloved on 2 hops by Milano. He steps on the bag. Just 3 pitches into this top of the 7th, and there's already 2 Mariners down.
Yeah, it's funny because Cook left on a day when they had 2 games.
Shortstop, number 11.
Yesterday,
Curling.
so he wasn't there.
Pitching coach Jay Powell stepped in, and he's a former big leaguer too. Not many staffs in the Cape League get to say they have 1 former big leaguer on their coaching staff, let alone 2. Both longtime pitchers, Cook and Powell, in the major leagues.
They won a World Series together with the Marlins.
Cade Curlin, the hitter for Harwich. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch is ripped foul down the third base line. For strike 1, Curlin another nice night at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Had a 2 RBI double back in the first, an RBI walk in the 5th. He's up to 13 runs batted in this summer. Curlin comfortably been locked into that cleanup position in this lineup for a couple weeks now. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Fastball up high. Curlin can't catch up. He's down 0-2. Starling a strike away from a 1-2-3 7th in his first action on Cape Cod. 5'11", 200 pounds. 0-2 pitch. Down in the dirt. A ball and 2 strikes on Curlin. Also got to give Cade some extra love today because he's playing a position that's not his typical second base spot. Curlin's made a few nice plays in his start at short defensively. Smolinski, the everyday Harwich shortstop, is the DH today. 1-2. Just a little bit outside. The slider was ripping away in the right-on-right matchup and had a little too much bite on it. 2-2 now on Cade Curlin.
Because of the DH to tie, you probably expect him to be playing the field tonight.
That would make sense. Smolinski will make his 36th start of the summer tonight. 2-2, popped up behind home plate. That's foul. Or check that. It will be his 37th start of the summer if he plays tonight. Let me remind you guys, tonight will be game 39 of a 40-game summer. That's unheard of.
Oh, yeah.
None of the stars out here are playing every single day like that. And he is the best one.
Yep. Best player here on the Cape, and he's played in most of the games.
2-strike pitch coming again. Bounced off the foot of Curlin. He laughs, looks at the bench. He smiles so much.
Yeah, that was such a quick smile. It's almost like he was smiling while he was swinging.
I mean, he's just a happy dude, I think. He's going into his 5th year of college, grinding out here. Talk about a guy that never gets a day off.
Yeah.
Curlin got here a little late, but he's in his 28th start of the summer. He hasn't had a day off since he's been here.
Yeah.
He's DH'd a few times, but he hits every single day. A good battle here. 2 outs, nobody on. Another 2-2. In the air, shallow left field. Drifts into foul territory. The shortstop Waite catches it in fair territory as the wind blew it back. The Mariners go down 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th, but are 3 outs away from taking 3 of 4 on the summer of 26 against the reigning champion Bourne Braves. Don't go anywhere. Harwich looking to go 1-0 in Game 1 of the doubleheader on Saturday on the Mariners Radio Network. Bottom of the 7th here in Bourne. The Mariners looking for a shutout win this afternoon in the first leg of a doubleheader today on August the 1st. That means the playoffs are creeping up in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Just 2 games left on the summer after this, and one of them's tonight. Matt Bolton steps in, first hitter up for Bourne, takes strike 1, a fastball on the inside corner. Owen Wheeler came out, tossed a scoreless 6th inning, gave up just 1 hit. Came with 2 outs to Milano. He's back out there. 0-1 pitch, up and in, 1-1. 3 arms have been used by the M's. Tommy Mitchell, the lefty starter, went 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs. Struck out 1, walked the same amount. Rodriguez goes 3 innings of no run, no hit baseball. And here's Wheeler. 1-1, swing and a miss. Fastball came in at 92, blew it right by Bolton. And Owen Wheeler ahead of ball in 2 strikes. If Bourne can't come back in heroic fashion here in the bottom of the 7th, they will have lost 5 consecutive games. The 1-2 skips in the dirt. 2-2 now.
Yeah, I mean, talk about back-to-back days for doubleheaders for Bourne. They're going to go into today's nightcap, barring a 5-game comeback, on the verge of losing 4 games in 2 days.
That's a good point. Bourne 0-2 yesterday. Weren't even competitive in the night game. 2-2 outside. And the count goes full here on Bolton. Bolton hits 8th for the Bravos. Papetti, the 9-spot hitting catcher, on deck. You really don't want to turn this over to the top of the order with guys on. Payoff pitch. Swung on and ripped deep into right center field. Kirikoff, a long run, and it's over the wall. That's a home run. Kirikoff did a full somersault over the fence. He has the ball climbing over the fence, but nonetheless a solo home run for Matt Bolton to kick off the 7th. It's not like Kirikoff tried to wall climb and fell over. He just jumped over the fence after the home run. Looked like almost a ground rule double, but it's a solo shot for Bolton, and it's now 5-1.
That was one of the more confusing plays I think I've seen this summer. The ball went over, and so did Kirikoff. He did that so easily.
First pitch to Papetti. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
It's almost like he just jumped over the fence as if it was nothing.
There goes the shutout. Kirikoff actually eventually went over the fence and stole a home run ball from those 2 little kids looking for it. 0-1 is a good slider. Another swing and miss from Cam Papetti. 0-2.
Now that would have been the greatest catch I've ever seen if he caught it and went over the fence.
No doubt. 0-2 pitch. Cold, strike 3. Got him at the knees with a slider. Papetti cannot believe it. First out of the 7th, and the Mariners are now just 2 outs away from a win here on the road.
Papetti not a fan of that call. The strikeout there. Normally catchers tend to hold back on talking to umpires because they're the ones that are in communication with them throughout the whole game, but bottom of the 7th, last inning, Papetti lets him hear it.
Wheeler up to 4 strikeouts in his Cape League career and just 3 1/3 pitch. First pitch swinging. Osterhaus dunks one into center field. A base hit off the end of the bat. Bourne showing a little bit of life. Already 2 hits, 1 in this 7th inning. And the leadoff man Osterhaus a single to set up Rustin Rigdon. It would take some kind of rally for Bourne, but this is a team in the upper 3rd of the league in just about every hitting stat. They certainly have the juice atop this order. Rigdon, the second baseman out of Vandy, is 0 for 3 so far. 0-1. Fastball called a strike on the outer edge. Rigdon can't believe it. 0-1. Both teams on the top step of the dugout. 0-1. Called strike 2. Wheeler goes back-to-back heaters to start the at-bat. Both calls go his way, and Rigdon down 0-2. Osterhaus off of first, 1 out. 2-strike pitch, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. A 3-pitch punch out for Wheeler puts Rigdon down for the 4th time today. And Riker Waite is the final hope for a 7th inning rally for the Braves tonight.
A nice sequence there. And You get away with Riker Waite. If you can pick up the win here, this is a good win for the Mariners.
Great win. Every win this time of year. Waite the hitter, runner goes from first, pitch taken, a strike, throw down to second, not in time. That could have ended it. A really close play, but Osterhaus beat out James's solid throw. He's in scoring position with 2 outs. Waite, a left-handed hitter, really good hitter, but he's 0 for 2 with a walk in this one. Right on left, the 0-1. Line drive into left field. That's a base hit for Riker Waite. Stop sign is on for Osterhaus at third. Makes sense considering the Bravos are down by 4. Little more baseball here in the bottom of the 7th. First and third with 2 outs, and the cleanup man, Mabius.
Now the tying run is on deck. Start to think about it just a little bit if you're the Mariners.
Nobody is throwing in the M's bullpen. You can get out of here with just 3 pitchers in the 7th inning game. It's a big win for the game tonight. Mabius the hitter, first pitch swinging, twists one foul, left field side. Strike 1. Mabius 0 for 2, a walk, a strikeout, and a lineout. Milo just mentioned Luke Costello, leader in this team and runs batted in, is the tying run on deck if he's to hit. First and third, 2 outs. Mariners up 5-1 in the bottom of the 7th. 0-1. Ball inside, 1-1. Bourne dugout decided to show some life down to their final out tonight. Mariners probably think that's pretty cute. But they're in it. Looking for some magic. Team that's lost 4 in a row still fighting. The 1-1. Taken outside, now 2-1 in the Mabius at bat. Wheeler in his 2nd inning of action. This inning started with a Bolton solo home run, then a single from Osterhaus and a single from Waite. 2 strikeouts sandwiched in between. 2-1. In the dirt, James blocked it. The runner from first goes to second, and James looks to be injured. Just took off his mask, put it on the ground, grimacing in pain, can hardly walk. That ball caught him in the right arm. That's James's throwing arm as a catcher. And he's still walking around home plate. The count goes to 3-1 on the hitter Mabius. Waite advances from first to second. Second and third here for the Bravos. 3-1 count to the cleanup man, Berkeley Mabius. Wheeler. The pitch, bouncing ball up the middle. Curlin on it at short, a long throw to first, and it pulls O'Leary off the base. Everybody's safe. Osterhaus scores from third. That's an error on Curlin. It's now 5-2, and the tying run is going to get an at-bat here in the 7th.
Right fielder, number 38.
Oh, boy.
Luke
Yeah, wanted to avoid this situation. Luke Costello, a dangerous hitter. Dilworth, yeah, is going to go out and talk to his pitcher now.
That was a 3-1 pitch, too, so it felt like a gift where you get out of the 3-ball count, you get the bouncing ball to short. Remind you that Curland is not an everyday shortstop, and that throw was going to be a tough one, and it pulled O'Leary off the base. So no RBI from Mabius. He reaches on an error. Osterhaus scores. Waite goes to third. You didn't really think that this game was going to get to a point like this. But Costello, who has 23 runs batted in, 10 doubles on the summer, is yet to have a home run. If he can hit one here, this game is tied.
It's been a monkey on his back. It's been something he's been trying to do this summer. He's been vocal about it. This would be one of the bigger homers of the summer for the Braves.
Costello, a right-handed hitter, the new South Carolina transfer, right on right. First and third, 2 outs. First pitch in the dirt. James blocked it. Good block from James. The last time he blocked one, he caught the ball off his right forearm. He still shakes out that hand. Ball 1 in the at-bat. (1-0). Taken in the dirt, 2-0. Costello ahead. Gabby Milano on deck. He's 1 for 3 in his Cape League debut, but it's up to Costello for now. The 2-0. Swung on and popped up. This should do it for the Mariners. First baseman O'Leary calls everyone off. He makes the catch, and it's a Harwich winner in the first of 2 on Saturday afternoon. 5-2 your final. A 3-hit, 2-run 7th inning. A little bit of nerves creep in from the Braves, but the Mariners and Wheeler able to shut the door and pick up a big win.
Big win for the Mariners, and they take all of them that you can get, and now they're going to the nightcap, a big meeting against Chatham, and you take some momentum with you. I think this is going to be good for the Mariners because one of the biggest games tonight of the season, and you go in feeling good about yourselves. A loss today in the early game would have hurt, and it would have been back-to-back losses that you kept back in the win column.
The Mariners score 5 runs on 9 hits, 1 error defensively. The M's left 5 on base. Bourne 2 runs on 7 hits, 1 error defensively. The win goes to the Mariners starter Tommy Mitchell. The loss to Noah Scott. The Bourne starter gave up 4 runs in the first inning, but battled for 4 innings on the hill. Well, we normally say goodbye and good night. Today, it's more of, we'll see you later, because we'll see you late night under the lights at Veterans Field in Chatham. Harwich, you can't win both of them if you don't win the first, and they take it on the road in Bourne 5-2. We got to get in the car. We got to get